Hey, folks, welcome to the beautiful and lovely Sports Focus. Yes, it is beautiful and it is lovely. We got a bunch of stuff to get into. We got some soccer, the USA women's team. We got some basketball we're going to touch on, and some fights. UFC 239. Got to talk about that.
239.
Yes, that's the John Jones and Santos. That was the headliner, but we're going to get into that. But first, if you want to catch some good Cowboys talk about on some podcasts, go to Podomatic.com and check out my podcast, Cowboys All Day, Every Day, and Dallas Cowboys Raw. Now, Raw. USA women, yes, they did it. Yay, yay, yay. They did it. Now, this is their fourth time. Fourth time, huh? Interesting.
Equal pay.
Speaking of that, why are the women per player is only getting $90,000 if they win it? Have the men won a World Cup?
They have. It's been a long time.
They haven't. But they seem to dominate, and bringing the gold back. And they're only getting chump change.
Yep.
While the men is getting millions. $500,000 if the men would have won.
Yep. They say that women need to get in. Their cups are more exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. Very exciting. So why don't you? Hey, I'm going to say this every time I get on this program. The USA women should get that money.
Yeah, they should.
That's what the young people say.
Equal pay. Get the bag.
That's right. That's what the young people say. Get the bag.
Gotta get the bag.
Get that bag.
Gotta get the bag.
Yes. But also, here's something that I want to pose to you, young man. Mm-hmm. Do you think, since the USA women won the World Cup, should they be obligated to attend the White House?
No.
They represent our country.
So? I feel that it should be optional. If your belief in what's going on is that strong that you do not want to go, then you shouldn't have to attend. If they offer the invitation, those who want to go should go and should not feel any type of way, or nothing should be felt any type of way towards their teammates if they decide not to go, or if they decide to go. That's a personal choice. You might have some people on that team that might be very quiet who support the current administration, and then you have some that are outspoken that are dead against it.
Yeah.
So the option is theirs, but I think they're going to show unity. And if one don't go, they all won't go, which I applaud.
I accept the decision. If they decide to go, they go. If they don't, they don't.
I don't think they will.
You don't think so?
Yeah. I don't think that she's the only gay girl on that whole soccer team. So I'm pretty sure they are not going because they know his stance on gay marriage and everything else underneath the sun. So I don't think they're going. I think they're going to show team support of each other, and they're not going to.
Yeah, we don't want them to be like the Pittsburgh Steelers, because I remember that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say that. I think that played a role in their demise for the season, because you got one player. They all as a group said, no, we ain't going out. So one player, he has all the right because he was Army Ranger. Mm-hmm. He went out there and did his thing, and good old, you got to love Pittsburgh. Just take all the heat off the Cowboys. I swear. Right. All that drama in Pittsburgh. And they still got it because their quarterback is such a diva. He's such a diva.
Mm-hmm. Well, gets me, and hurry up and get off of that subject, because I keep telling people over and over again, when you pledge allegiance to the flag, but the military defend the Constitution of the United States. They don't defend the flag, they defend the Constitution. Please know the difference before you start saying all the other crap. Oh. So let's move on.
All right. Well, You have some good as in life, and you have some sad news. This is
That's
Tyler Skaggs, 27 years
Shocking.
old, dead. Just like that.
There's an old saying, here today, going tomorrow.
That's right. And we also lost, I don't know if you Giants fans remember him, Jared Lorenzen, the big quarterback, big chubby quarterback. They said, later in life, he passed away, he was 39 years old. But after his career, he ballooned up to 500 pounds. But Eli, I guess if you catch their football life, the first time they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, Eli credits Lorenzen for helping him during that time. So he, even though he didn't see the field, but he was a contributor to the Patriots.
Right.
39, gone.
Wow.
Now, this next one is a player, I'm kind of surprised that he's not getting much publicity. They're not really talking about it. This is Kendrick Norton. At the turn of the month, when the month started, he was involved in an automobile accident. Seemed like he hit a barrier and had crazy injuries. They had to cut off his arm. So he's 22 years old, and looks like his career
is
over. This ain't gonna be some JPP situation.
No, your arm is completely gone.
Yeah, the arm is gone. So I find it interesting though that they flash this when you watching ESPN or NFL Network. They flash this at the bottom of the screen, and then that's it. But I did read that the family, they don't want anyone. They just want it to be quiet. And
I think the biggest thing is you have to be careful because other things may come forth as people start to dig, so you may want to keep it as quiet as possible.
maybe that's what the
Passengers.
Dolphins is doing.
Right.
They said it was one person. He was the only one in the car.
Yeah,
but
that's what they
was
say.
he drunk?
Right, but
You
that's
know.
what they say is on the person inside the car, but
Yeah.
who knows what else was going on. So keep it as low as possible, keep it off the radar, and watch it go by.
And
Smart move.
does it help that he plays for the Miami Dolphins?
If it would have been the Cowboy, they would have had spotlights on the accident. They would have had 1,500 news reporters.
They would have had
TMZ.
video. They would have had this and that.
They would have had 17 breathalyzer tests.
What the family said, be quiet? Oh, hell no. We're going to interview everybody. Things like that just sort of makes me wonder about the media. And because there's nobody, he's a practice squad player. Nobody really knows him. So it's like,
Hey, remember the accident that, what's his name? Brett Jones, whatever the
Josh
dude,
Brent for the
Josh
Cowboys.
Brent. He was a practice squad guy.
Yeah.
Backup, blah, blah, blah. His stuff was splattered all over the place.
Yeah, he killed his friend.
His friend, teammate.
And he got in trouble still. So
Yeah.
he ain't learned his lesson. He need to go.
Nope,
He's
nope.
actually employed by the Dallas Cowboys still.
Yes, he was.
He still is.
I don't think he will be after this.
If I'm Jerry, he got to go.
Yeah.
Let's pick things up. UFC 239. Woo! I actually watched this whole thing.
You did?
I actually watched the whole card, and it was amazing. If you're not a fan of UFC, I know it's kind of tough to watch. Another guy and woman, they beating the living hell out of each other. But it was very exciting. Did you watch UFC?
I get enough of watching people try to kill each other in boxing.
Yeah.
This here is just, it's just like two people who don't like each other being thrown inside of a big circle of people saying fight, 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 fight. That's exactly what it turns into.
Well, this particular one, that's exactly what this was. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Jorge Masvidal, he had the quickest knockout in UFC history, 5 seconds. Literally, what you see is he started at the edge, and when they ref said fight, he sprinted towards him, jumped in the air, kneed him in the head, bam.
Knockout.
He's knocked out right now.
Yeah.
He was knocked out before he hit the ground. It was amazing. But these two, like what you said earlier, they don't like each other. They don't like it. Well,
He knocked us right out. It was amazing.
it was
amazing.
It was.
Like,
this
man,
is Bill Lewis. He was
amazing.
19-0 at the time, and apparently he was talking junk to the other guy, Jorge.
Never talk trash.
And he paid for it. So I hope they get it on again, because this is the real example of do not talk.
If you came back,
I understand, and I think he's a professional. Jorge is a professional. You know, you got to sell the fight a little bit.
Yeah, you do.
But he went a little bit too deep, and that's why he got deeply concussed and knocked out for a while too. He was laid there. Wow, magnificent.
like watching a street fight.
Actually, no, because this was quicker. This was one of them. this was one. Yo, when you watch like World Star and the guy, bam, oh, he sleep.
Yeah.
He sleep. That's exactly what this was. He was asleep. He ain't even had time to leak. He was asleep. And then this beauty, Amanda Nunes. I'm sure I hope, you know, all this violence and you guys ain't get turned off. But this was tough. This is Amanda Nunes, Brazilian champion. She's the women's champion of UFC. This is Holly Holm, by the way, who beat Ronda Rousey. Yeah, and now she's getting her butt kicked.
So she got lucky against Ronda, and now she's getting her butt whipped. Sound like Buster Douglas.
Oh. Sorry, Buster.
And what it sound like?
You beat the champ, and now you ain't nothing. But this is a bad woman. She beat Cyborg. And Cyborg is like this Terminator-looking woman in UFC, so she destroyed her and knocked her out. So amazing night at UFC. And tune in. I say give it a little watch if you ain't doing nothing and it's not on. If it's on, sometimes it's on Fox. You know, they do.
Right. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a little shot. NBA free agency. Now, we're going to get into this from free agency on the next program. But just quickly, what do you think about this whole teaming thing? No, dude, I want to play with you. I want to play with you. That's the NBA. That's the NBA.
That's the NBA.
I'm not
today.
going nowhere if I'm not playing with my guy.
That's what it's turning into.
So I wonder, what is the phone calls like? Like, now Jimmy Butler, he didn't go anywhere. He went to Miami, but he didn't follow, or no one followed him. He just maybe just wanted to play for Miami. This is the same brother that when he came into the league said, I would never put on a Miami Heat uniform. Mm-hmm. So things change.
When he in Chicago at the time?
Then what is it, Minnesota? I thought he got drafted by Minnesota.
I thought he got drafted by the Bulls.
And then they
'Cause
traded
he was
him.
after Rose, and then
Yeah.
he got traded.
Yeah. But, you know, Clay is staying put, which is smart for the Warriors. This might be a good opportunity for the Warriors because ain't nobody paying them no mind.
No.
Everyone thinks that Golden State is just going to,
Everybody, as they kept saying after they lost, the dynasty is over. I'm like, hey, one championship miss don't mean the dynasty is over.
I mean, they did go to 5, things. So that's pretty impressive to do that. And, Towns, he ain't going nowhere. But Boogie went to the Lakers.
Him and big man down low is going to be something special to see, especially with the other big guy on the other side.
Yeah.
That is going to be, I'm a Laker fan, but it's still like,
Woo!
I got to see how all that
Folks,
is going to work.
tune in to the next episode of Sports Focus, and we're going to get into all that. Once again, check out my podcast on Podomatic.com. Dallas Cowboys Raw and Cowboys all day, every day. See y'all next time. Peace.